Hello, Internet. Welcome back to Demo Crazy, the show that's. I was not expect. Okay, so quick disclaimer, people. When me and Robert first did Demo Crazy, we did it on the presidential debate, and yeah, honestly, I was surprised at how much Demo Crazy because this is for those who don't know, Demo Crazy. Because I was looking at the analytics, Demo Crazy. This is the most watched stuff. Then behind it was that one thing where me and Robert just talked, and I called that podcast. And then there's Slab Lounge, Fork in the Road, and I don't know how out of the frying pan's gonna do because that'll be our first episode. That being said, um, that that Pete Hegseth, what the fuck was that? I'm pretty sure he was drunk when he was arguing with it, and I was surprised that she was a woman because when I saw her, I was like, wait, that's a guy, right? And then they were like saying because I saw it on like I saw that press conference like, oh, they was like, oh shit, that's a woman. Oh wow, you that is um I want to know your secret because like maybe you were the one either Bobert or MTG. No, it was Bobert. Maybe you were the one Bobert mistook as a guy in the girls' bathroom or whatever. Like you know, I mean I know you shouldn't like poke fun at her, but like come on, she was just way too fucking butch.
So honestly, I don't know. Like a lot of the MAGA on that side, like for some reason they got like a bad memo for plastic surgery or like weirdness of it. Because like between all these girls getting plastic surgery that look like fucking Crypt Keeper Barbies,
Oh,
or you got little Sarah Huckabee Sanders and her ilk coming out there, like, and they're the ones trying to tell people what women should look like. I'm just like, oh, okay. So that's why all these conservative men are mad that these other women are liberals because, like, all they're left with if they date conservative women is God. This
Yeah, I mean their aesthetics are just kind of gross in general. Like Trump, I mean, he's like the famous orange Cheeto man. Like I don't know, their view of what looks good is not
it's
great.
askew.
Yeah,
Because I mean, you got these young women. You see them like, oh yeah, I want to have Trump's babies. Really? A bloated Pillsbury puff, stay puff man in diapers who's definitely not 6'3" and 250. Like,
I mean, okay. For the record, I know this isn't exactly like demo crazy stuff, but I'm still gonna like lean into because this needs to be said. Have you seen Trump walk lately? It looks like he has a hump on his back, and he looks like he's
yeah.
I'm getting Igor like major Igor vibes like from him. Like I'm pretty sure yes. I'm pretty sure he's gonna say yes soon enough. Like it's gonna happen. It's gonna
Like
happen.
he
looks
looks
like
like
he
he's
has
always in
started to,
danger of falling over. It's like scary to watch him. I don't know.
right? No, it's like he's trying to do the lean from Michael Jackson, but not on
Yeah,
purpose
yeah.
Yeah.
all the time. And like how he stands up and like when he goes like the G7 conference or what are leaders, like how he always like standing forward. Like I'm surprised it's not like a small little child that's not holding him back behind him to be like, don't fall over. Because like he's clearly losing it. Like several times him walking off. He's like walking off to the distance without knowing where he's going. And other people have to tell him where to go. And yet we're still having this hearing on Biden. Like, yes, Biden was mentally declined. Yes, he was old. We all know that.
He
Why are we
probably
having
should.
this hearing?
Yeah.
If you really cared about this, why aren't you caring about this old man who's out here trying to start a war with Iran based off of Bibi? Like,
I
you know,
mean, yeah, agreed. I mean, like, we Biden body shamed a turkey. Like, you saw that cartoon, and then, like, Trump said boobies for like 5 seconds straight. Again, you saw that cartoon. Um, but like more importantly, like seeing like the Iran situation, right? What the fuck was Pete Hegseth on when he was like talking about that shit? Like, everyone in the kitchen saying like, "Oh, these B2, you're not complimenting the B2 refueling them flying for 36 hours." Motherfucker, she did that. Number one, and two, I still am flabbergasted that she is a woman because she did not look like one. And three, that has nothing to do with the that has nothing to do with the situation at hand. Motherfucker, stay on topic. What the fuck?
Well, I think they were caught off guard because it was like, hey, at first, for some reason, we already were going to have a negotiation with Iran on a Sunday. Oh, wait, we can't anymore because Israel jumped the gun and killed their negotiator. And all of a sudden, Trump has to be put on. Oh, Bibi's like, we got to do this now. And Trump's like, I want to do 2 weeks. And then everyone's like, taco Trump. So Trump was basically like, well, I can just do this, even though I said no new wars, or I can back out and people keep making fun of me. Well, my narcissistic mind can't have people making fun of me. So we're going to do this mission. And we're going to do this mission with these B-2 bombers, go out here, we're going to strike these people and say it's successful, even though all reports says that they moved the material somewhere else. And then they were expecting everyone to be like, yeah, that's it. We're Big Daddy. We destroy. We go Iran. We don't care. And when people started pushing back, they're like, oh shit, we got to tell them that we actually fucking did this shit. Let me go out here and on my True Social and say we did it. No one believed us. Okay, peace Hegseth, go out there tomorrow and fucking tell them that we did it. And this guy was drinking in the middle of the night and saw that True Social like at 1 o'clock and was like, oh shit, I gotta go out here and do this presentation.
Call that a presentation? You really want to call
that's the presentation that I made when I blew off the assignment, forgot about it, stayed up all night and did Halo, and it was like, oh shit, I gotta do this presentation. Okay, what can I get on PowerPoint real quick? Okay. This is it.
My God,
And they made it so early, bro. Like, I'm not sure if he made it early because he's like, bro, I've been drinking. I gotta power through this. I'm not sure if I can make it to the afternoon. So let's do like at 7 o'clock in the morning.
Well, I mean, in that system, the whole administration's weird. Trump's not asleep at 3 a.m. He's texting and sending all kinds of things out at 3 a.m. What president is awake talking to you on fucking Twitter at 3 a.m.?
He's doing coke or ketamine with Elon.
If he was doing either of those, he probably still would be a better president overall. I feel like the drugs would help. But
the Musk-Trump drama thing, that's still very, 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 very real. Like they are not like Trump.
Because neither one of them know how to back down to even save their ego. They think it's just gonna screw up their ego more.
Oh, I think Trump would have got by it with some money payment, except he brought up the Epstein files, which is the same thing that Bibi probably brought up to Trump to get him to bomb Iran. Like that's his dude trigger button.
True, but at the same note, the only reason Trump felt comfortable being more open is because Elon already talked shit. Because if Elon didn't already cause something, Trump would have never had issues or said anything because Elon was the spare bank.
Yeah.
You were not going to sit there and talk. Even when Elon was saying he didn't agree with Trump, you noticed that while he was with Trump, Trump didn't say anything. But the moment they started making the decision to be like, okay, we're not going to have it, Elon, then Trump's just like, yeah, I don't know what he's doing. My fat friend who takes the fat drug. And it's like, that is clearly Elon you're talking about because of how horrible you're explaining. There's nobody else you know that fits that category.
Yeah, well, that is true. I mean, like, Elon.
And then you had Elon out here putting out drug tests.
Wasn't Chris Christie on what's it called now?
What do you mean?
Didn't Chris Christie announce that he was on what's it called? The Ozempic. There we go. Yeah.
What? Wow, Chris Christie. You could still talk shit to Trump if you didn't.
Look. Yes, he did say he's on Ozempic, but that Ozempic's not going to work. See, that's a permanent fat. Okay, like that fat is never going to go away, no matter how much he tries. You can't.
That fat is the same level of dirt that you can't get off Steve Bannon.
Right. Plus, he's probably big
matter
bone.
How much you steam clean that is the worst leather I've ever seen.
It's like trying to fight a forest fire with like a bottle of water.
Like Steve Bannon looks like he's always coming out of the 40-year wandering of desert from the Israelites. Like that's
he looks like the male Rita Repulsa escaping all the time.
Now, my pretties, go defeat them.
Like it's terrible. Just one time, I would think he would clean up appropriate and come on, so people can be like, "Oh, maybe I should listen to him. He's a little decent looking." Not look, the wildebeest has returned. I believe he has rumors from the land.
Yes, what?
Like he looks like a perpetual. He looks like a perpetual prepper. Like he's always in the bunk, ready for that shit to go down.
The moment that the bombs drop, he's going to do a video, and he's already in the bunker with all his stored food. He's that type. He's survivalist.
Yes.
Yeah.
He's survivalist, but he's the type of guy that we're going to be the first one to get killed to be overthrown.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can see that.
But he's taking out Elon first.
He is.
Oh,
He's
for sure.
He's dedicated in that right now.
and he's not gonna, and nobody's gonna boycott that. As opposed to like, you know, the July 4th boycotts for like, you know, Amazon shit like that.
Oh yeah, because I was gonna remind you. I was like, you technically ain't supposed to be eating McDonald's. The ancestors said no. We're in boycott.
Okay. Let me make this stance abundantly clear. Because like when Demo Crazy came back, like you should have seen the hate we got. Like apparently we're lame nut news. We should change our name to Lame Nut News. We're a bunch of lefty cultists, and it just goes on from there. Like those are some of the comments. I'm serious. When I was going through
Interesting that people living in their own personal lives are somehow cultists, even though other people who are following a person who isn't doing anything he said he was going to do, but you're acting like is okay, are trying to call other people cultists for not following like they did.
Mm-hmm. So I'm just going to make my stance abundantly clear. I would rather consider myself like a centrist. I do lean to the left, but like more importantly, why does this matter? Am I going to boycott like Walmart and them? No. Look, at the end of the day, look, am I sad that they took away DEI? Well, I was like a little, but at the same time, they're a mega conglomerate. Technically, they can do whatever the fuck they want, so long as it doesn't, you know, really fuck things up. And besides, even if we do boycott, it's not gonna make a dent in their bottom line. Are you kidding? Prime Day? Do you have any idea how high expectations are, or how much their sales are gonna fucking skyrocket? Get out of here with that, man. Like, I'm not gonna boycott them. What? Am I? Oh no, the left's gonna come after me. So,
For me, just like itself, they're all fucking big corporations. They're all greedy, and I don't think they should be taken down a couple pegs. So if they're gonna make a dumb decision to follow a buffoon and kiss his ass, yeah, I'm down for hurting them. Even though I haven't shopped in Target in like fucking like 8 years. So I mean, I didn't do anything for the boycott, but I thought it was funny as fuck.
Oh yeah, I was watching all the video feeds of it happening.
I mean, like, yeah, the boycotts aren't gonna do a damn thing. Look, I mean, like, don't get me wrong. Like, am I boycotting stuff? Yeah, I refuse to buy any EA games because EA and their business practices, I fucking hate them. Especially what they do to their employees. Don't even get me started with like the EA spouse or the EA louse situation. But like, with Wally World and all that shit. If you want to boycott them for the right reasons. Not because they took away DEI. Walmart crushes unions before they even start. And Mickey D's, I think it was like either Mickey D's or Taco Bell. They voted to unionize, and the next day they literally replaced everyone with self-checkout kiosks. So it's just, you want to boycott them.
That's the business. They're always evil.
Yeah.
They're always going to do the wrong thing. Like, you can't expect, that's like expecting a shark not to eat your ass in open water, man. Like, they're going to eat your ass. Like, so you don't expect anything. You just be like, bro, you either decide, like, hey, I need this from you or I don't. Whatever. I'm not expecting you to save my ass. Just like I'm not expecting any Republican to be like, oh, hey, I'm Nebraska. Hey, Dr. Bill, this bill is going to lose us $15 billion. But you know what? I'm still going to vote for it. Yeah, fuck you. Whatever happens, leopard to your face.
Exactly. Like I said, just if you're gonna boycott them for the right reasons, not just because like, oh, DEI is gone from these companies. I mean, it sucks. Don't get me wrong, it sucks. But I'd rather boycott someone for, doing like.
I think it's quality issues. Like I stopped going to Walmart because of the people that actually go to Walmart. Like,
I mean, to be fair, yeah,
yeah.
Walmart's not the same as when we were younger and you can literally go hang out.
That depends on which Walmart. My sis, for instance, she lives next to like I think Walmart from her is like a 2 to 3 minute like drive.
if it's a 24-hour Walmart, they have meth heads and drug dealers, man.
Well,
It's horrible.
But like at the same,
It's just
no,
so.
not the Walmart where my sis lives, but that makes sense because she lives she lives in Endicott, New York. That place is it's a rich neighborhood.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like that place is like super fucking nice. And cops are usually on top of things because of course they are. They're
Well, they got nothing else to do. They gotta pretend they got the paycheck so they can get it up for their wives before they beat them.
Agreed. So it's just like, yeah, whatever. So I'll still like, I don't go to Walmart in where I live here in San Diego because no, that place, fuck that. I don't even go to like the Target where I'm at is in Old Town, and Old Town, if for those who don't know, I mean, yeah, there's the Old Town Park, but like if you're going to that Target, yeah. Don't be surprised to find like a $10 hooker there. Like they're just like, yeah, it's bad. It's really fucking bad.
I mean, yeah, it's pretty bad then, because usually hookers shouldn't be the same price as the blackjack table. That's a bad concern when I can decide which one's the better gambling.
Right? And it shouldn't be they shouldn't be 16 and you decided whether or not to hit on it.
That being said, but yeah, like with the boycott, so fucking ridiculous. Like this is all that's one of the things I'm just it's just like
I mean, I took place in the Target one simply just because I don't really buy things from Target. Like, it's not that I have anything against them. It's just most of my stuff that I need I can get somewhere else at a lower price. So I just don't shop at Target. So that boycott technically didn't affect me much. And when they went on the Walmart one, there's no point because even people bring that up. Some places where you live, Walmart is your option. You can't make your only option.
Yeah, that was never gonna actually work on this stuff on there. And I mean, honestly, it's like it's still just kind of sitting back waiting for Trump to do these dumbass tariffs. Just like he did another tariff on Canada. Like he just decides, wake up, like fucking Canada, 40%. Like
I'm glad what few stocks I own are not for US because he would just be screwing up my stock stuff.
What the fuck is up with
I mean, great time to invest during the dip.
Yeah, right?
It'll all come back, right?
Yeah,
Like,
hopefully.
What the fuck is up with he wants to do a victory lap even though the big beautiful bill, or as I like to call it, bareback bitch, isn't even there are still people that are voting against it. Is that it has to
well,
be
that's what he does. He says like get us out here and we win.
I mean, it did pass a procedural vote this week, so it looks more likely to happen. I don't know. I
feel like they're still going to hesitate because once that gets approved, Congress can't pretend like they weren't involved.
Yeah.
So whenever
that's why
the deadline for it's the 4th, so we're gonna find out pretty soon.
Like some of the excuses that I heard, like for instance, the most terrible girl and Marjorie Taylor Greene's all like, if I had read it, then I would have voted no. I'm like, you didn't even do your fucking job. Your fucking job is to like read shit and give your 2 cents on it and vote.
That thing, even in that, she doesn't have to read it. You just need one of your staff member to read it. Someone around you needs to read it to know. That's the problem I have is when senators and anybody up there, representatives up there, and act like I didn't know this thing. You have staff. You can literally make them sit and read that to you as you do things. There's no excuse. There's people literally hired to help you with whatever you're supposed to know. If you just choose to ignore that, that's your own fucking fault.
Mm-hmm.
And the thing is, they'll give it to you, and like they only need 1 or 2 points in there that affects just you and your state for you to be like, no. You don't have to pay attention to like 1 or 2 points.
And sad
They
thing is,
still fuck it up.
sad thing is most of the ones who are all eager to be like, yeah, we should do it. Your states are poor. You're making them poorer. You're going to be right back on the news complaining about the state not having money, but you're going to try and go, oh, the Democrats, and everybody's going to go, no, you remember? You voted for that bill. That wonderful, beautiful bill.
Well, they're already doing it. I mean, you have Jody Earth saying, well, everyone's going to die. You got the guy from the mayor or the governor of Nebraska saying, like, this is going to put us $15 billion of debt. And he's still not doing anything. You already have Huckabee Sanders, who can't even get fucking national relief for tornadoes. And they're doing away with FEMA. And they're still like, yeah, let's do this shit. Like,
that bitch and her stuck in Napoleon Dynamite face looking ass.
or worse, what was that bitch from Florida, Catamarack, who had that ectopic abortion surgery?
Oh,
and then started to blame the Democrats.
Yeah. That's just, and sad thing, even in her attempts to blame the Democrats, it's some of her things she acknowledged, yeah, some of Republicans' things might have affected it, but it was definitely the Democrats. It's like, what? When did the Democrats say that you couldn't have an abortion? Show me that video.
I will say I'm a little glad that I don't think I've seen anyone defending her in the news this last week. Like, everyone's universally just calling her out for the bullshit that is.
Because that's the one thing you can't pretend like, oh, the Dems have been against it. No, you've literally rewrote law to make it difficult at this point. You can't blame the Dems.
Well,
right? It's like your whole thing was Democrats are for abortion. Now how you can be like, these people stopped us having an abortion, right?
While we're on the subject of I know I'm a little late to the party, but like while we're on the subject of woman hating, right? Just woman hating in general. Like,
woman haters ball.
Like, did anyone notice Marjorie Taylor Greene's? Her head is getting bigger. Like her forehead is fucking huge. Either her
forehead is popping out.
Scrawnier.
I try to not notice her as much as possible.
But I thought she was getting scrawnier because even in her interviews and stuff, it's like her neck has lost a lot of weight in itself. Her neck has been getting like thinner and thinner. So for all we know, she might be on the fat shot drug.
Or maybe the fat transferred to Huckabee Sanders because she's getting bigger.
Well, I mean, that was bound to happen. She got an elected position. Now she can eat whatever food she wants.
I think I think my real question of her judgment is how she keeps doing CrossFit and shit with her body, and yet she thinks her face is okay. Like, like no plastic surgery,
but no facial masks, no beautifying needed. You think all that's fine?
Are you gonna
like no plastic surgery, no changing for her face? But she keeps doing this body workout shit, and I'm like, bro, like, you should probably fit your face.
Well, even then, that's against her supposed beliefs. You're out there working out. No man wants a masculine woman, remember? She's supposed to be at home with the baby. Why are you out here lifting?
If you're not going to do anything about your face, at least do something about your crooked eyes, Sarah. Seriously, like, I hope you are listening to this, because your crooked eyes, I cannot take it. I don't know how. It's just like you're looking in two separate directions. You're like an iguana, like just one fucking lizard that has like eyes on both sides of its head in two different directions at the fucking same time. Like it's.
And somehow she's a chairwoman of a committee. Like she's out here with her gavel, just battling that shit down. Like I don't. Like who would trust this bitch with
anything? She better enjoy that gavel since she caused a whole incident to have that podium she wanted.
Well, I mean, yeah, and it's not a chair; it's a wheelchair. It's a motorized scooter because there's no way she's walking.
Still reminds me they were there trying to censure Jasmine because she called Greg Abbott Governor Hot Wheels, which we've been doing for years.
Yep,
years.
Yeah.
Do you think you have not insulted Abbott this whole time? You are not going to censure her for that.
Besides,
I think she would get more sympathy or look better if she was in a wheelchair or rascal scooter, honestly.
No, she just looked like trailer trash. That would just complete the look. She's always looked like trailer trash, and now she just needs the scooter. That's all. That's the only thing she needs. The scooter. That will cement her position as trailer trash.
Just give it time. We'll get the Trump segue.
Yeah, exactly.
She's just mad because she's known by MTG and she's not as hot as AOC.
Well, that's just a given, man. I mean, like AOC, like, oh, she is. Oh man.
And did you not see that interview with Bobert where she was proud, like, "Oh, I dropped out of high school. What did I do?" That's like, why are you advertising this? I don't understand.
No, of all the people, like it's one thing. It's the same issue with like Alina Habba, the previous lawyer for Trump, who's running around still making stuff worse. But it was her issue because they blatantly asked her like, which would you prefer to be, smart or pretty? And her decision was like pretty, because I can fake smart. Yet you're still using her for stuff. She blatantly just told you she could be dumb about something and she doesn't fucking care. But you still have her hired. Okay.
Yeah.
Just,
Right. I
my
still
issue
don't
with
understand.
administration.
What?
If you're gonna be evil, do it right. Do it right. Don't do dumb evil. Don't. When I can beat what you're trying to do or figure out what you're doing easier than a Saturday morning cartoon villain, redo your evil plan.
Why? That's why they got that. That's why they got that McCon lady as the Secretary of Education, dumb as rock.
Oh yeah, she is so fun.
She straight up
She's
said.
stupid. She married Vince McMahon.
She straight up said, "We want California school system to be like Alabama." I mean, Alabama is like 48 in education.
Yeah, I was like, they're at the bottom. I think there's only like one school that's below them.
It's like Mississippi and then one other place, and you're at the bottom. Like, yeah, they should be like us. You mean the place that has Caltech, USC, UCLA, like all these famous schools that had Nobel Prize winning people that Trump somehow has a hard on for because Obama got one.
Of course.
Yeah, because they're all jealous.
That's all he's been talking about. You give me a Nobel Peace Prize. Hey, I just struck Iran. Give me a Nobel Peace Prize. Hey, I stopped Pakistan and India, even though I didn't. Give me a Nobel Peace Prize.
It's like, sir, you don't get a prize if you ask. If it's not being presented, shut the fuck up.
But you have Don Jr. out there. They had Don Jr. out there who said Obama got it because of fucking affirmative action. Affirmative action isn't on the world stage, bro.
His crusty ass nose doesn't shut up.
I mean, if I was Don Jr. or Ariel, I'd be like, bro, I can't even be ahead of these other dumbass people for a secretary position. Like,
I'm
hey,
gonna be like Tiffany. I'm doing well, but I ain't talking to nobody I'm related to. No. I don't know y'all. Because it's true. You'll see Tiffany appear, and she'll be over there smiling with her family. But after the event's done, she's gone.
no, because she's like, I actually have a real law degree. I can actually make something myself without being a joke like you guys.
Yeah, I will give her that one thing because I did not expect that out of nowhere. Also, because there is periods of time I forgot she existed.
Well, she was working hard because
his other daughter, so I don't know.
Well, she was working hard because she was missing out because Trump was trying to fuck Ivanka for so long, and she wanted attention and thought this would get attention. Like, no, Trump doesn't care about your actual accomplishments.
Mm-mm. Well, and then you have Barron be born. So at that point, Barron needs attention. So it's like, yeah, Tiffany, you're not going to get him to look. Just go on and do your life. Go ahead.
Oh yeah, Barron. Once he sprung up, and now he's like 6 foot shit, looking good. Everyone else is basically like. Everyone else besides Barron and Ivanka does not exist for me.
To be fair, Barron's got his dad's body. Because even when you look at him right now, his suits don't fit him properly. And he looks like he's already slightly forming a little belly.
Yeah,
I see the clips. He's slowly transforming into younger version of Trump.
Yeah, he has a tall fridge body. It's square shoulders. All this stuff is kind of like, eh.
Yeah.
I mean, he's what, like 6'7"? He's a tall dude.
Ridiculously tall.
Yeah, he got tall. He got that tall from that Eastern European shit. He got that Joker. You know.
When he was a baby, Melania hung him upside down by the toes, slowly stretching him out.
Oh wow! I'm looking at him right now. I'm like, what? That he looks like he looks like his face literally has "godless" written all over it.
He looks like that old bit in the Muppet movies where they'd stack like 3 Muppets on top of each other in a suit.
Thank you. Oh my god, so right.
Oh!
Good lord.
Tried to buy a ticket to an R-rated movie when he's like 13.
He's doing that, and it's like, whoa, this shit doesn't give me the Harvard. Well, let's shit on Harvard. Oh, the other Ivy Leagues don't want me either. Let's take away Columbia.
That's the hilarious part to me, because it's like, so the school didn't take you, so you're going to attack the school, and you think that's going to make another school want to take you?
All right. This is a problem child.
I gotta admit though, Harvard's got balls to be suing, like, to be doing what they're doing, like against the administration. They're like, oh, you're gonna take away our funding? Fine, fuck you, we'll sue. And then they're just like, we don't even want your funding. We'll just take anybody else's money. Yeah.
I mean, Harvard's been around long enough. They technically could function for a good bit of time without us giving them money.
Yeah, their endowment every year is just a fucking. It's like small GDP of some small nations, man.
Yeah.
And they got so many alumni there that they're just getting free pro bono fucking lawyers there who just want the publicity of saying I took on the fucking government.
Yeah.
Like,
True. Yeah, that's true.
they got nothing to lose, which was why it's weird that Columbia and the other ones was settled down. It's like, yeah, your endowment's not as big as Harvard, but you still got a pretty good endowment and alumni network that can fight this easily. And like, until Trump completely abolishes the judicial system, which the over-under is probably less than a year, you still could have won a lot of these cases, man. Like, you gave up way too easily, bro. Like, this guy could die, like, in a year or so. I mean, if you've seen, like, those pictures of all those IV drips he keep giving his hands, people are saying, like, he's probably having kidney shutdown and shit on there. Like, I don't know. I would say, like, I'm not positive that Trump will actually make it through this 4 years.
Yeah, that's kind of been a lot of the consensus I've seen with even other like commentators talking about it. It's like, yeah, he's president. I don't feel like he's gonna make it through the whole term.
Yeah, that's the other thing I wanted to bring. That was one of the other comments. Like, someone was like, one of the comments that were hating on us was all like, "Oh man, I hope you hate the next 8 years of your life because we're gonna enjoy you like just raging against our leader." And I'm like, I really wanted to reply to that one. I wanted to reply to all.
Wait, 8 years? He can't run for a third term.
Yeah,
he's going to run for a third term.
He's not gonna make it to there. The problem is you have fucking JD Vance being backed by Peter Thiel.
Yeah, that's more problematic than anything. Even if Trump dies off, the last thing we need is J.D. Vance being moved up there with that power and Thiel behind him.
Yeah, well, J.D. Vance, well, first of all, he's just going to do whatever Thiel says in exchange for fucking as many couches as he can. I mean, that's just the game.
Well, why do you think Peter Thiel already has that Palantir on there? He wants it a fucking Big Brother state already.
Yeah, exactly, dude. Exactly. But, like, I wanted to reply to all those comments basically saying, oh, well, if you hate that, then you're going to hate, like, I was going to link them to the presidential experience, and the third dude that was like, yeah, and the third dude, and like, one of them was all like, oh, you're going to hate the next 8 years, I'm just all like, oh, I'm sure dementia will kill him before, like, anything happens, and I'm just like, I really wanted to reply to those comments, but, I was just like, you know what, I can't go after
But you know, the weird thing is that, because like I said, Peter Thiel with Palantir are looking at you, RFK Jr. wants you to wear these fucking wearers that they can track your things. I thought you guys were all about small government and not government tracking, but you guys are all aboard this.
That's what's always weird to me when people want to try and act like, oh, well, they told me that they were about these values. You can literally see them not following the value. They're right over there, like doing it as we speak, and you're still like, no, they have values.
Which is weird how you can, like, how anyone can understand RFK, because he's, the way he speaks, that's how he speaks. That's how...
I mean, if anybody's ever had to be a trucker, it's the same as CB radio. It's fine.
But he says that, but then he literally tells people, I have no idea what I'm talking about. He'll literally say it here. He's like, I have no proof that this is right. I don't have any backup data. But he's like, trust me, bro. That's basically what he's saying.
And it's not even trust me, bro, because he doesn't know. So we can't even trust him.
And then he got this new fucking vaccine council that they're all like, nope, no vaccine. Basically, it's like, every kid should have polio and leprosy. That's my America.
Well,
Oh,
I guess we're gonna go back to having apothecaries.
Oh yeah.
Let's just gonna have a shop and just making our mess.
And then the person I'm still most disappointed in is Cheryl Hines. What are you doing, girl?
I cannot wait for polio to come back to start killing suburban kids.
Dude, polio's already back, bro.
Well, no, it's already back, but not as high yet. That's what I mean. I want
Oh, now we're gonna get a mix of mesopolio. It's gonna be mesolios.
Oh, wow.
Polyism? Oh God, that sounded like a derogatory for Asians. I wholeheartedly apologize.
Oh,
Posals. Here's some posals for you. Here's some posals with some rickets.
Oh man.
We're gonna bring back the iron lung too.
Oh, might as well stick.
And they're gonna brand it. They're gonna get Marvel to brand it in the colors of Iron Man to sell it.
Lord. They need to go bring back out the Iron Mask and put it on Stephen Miller. But just saying.
Dude, Stephen Miller's out here fucking such a self-hating Jew. If there was ever an epitome of a self-hating Jew, it's Stephen Miller.
If there was ever the
He's
epitome
Jewish.
of I am the embodiment of whining, it is him. That's all he does is whine about everything. And as he whines, his voice just gets higher and squeakier. And it's just like, why? Why? I can't even take you seriously in that when you're sitting here screaming and looking like you're about to hyperventilate. And it's like, bro, no. You look like that book that you're trying to lift will just knock you over. Why are you talking this?
I mean, if they're ever gonna do a biofilm about him, they should use that bald guy from the League, and also he was on a Brooklyn Nine-Nine as a cyber unit chief. That bald guy.
You're talking about, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, he's perfect for that. And then if they ever rebooted Time Squad, they need to go back to Santa Monica when he was in high school and see whatever happened to Stephen Miller to make him this way.
Pretty sure it was just him being him.
Yeah. He's a Nazi.
Well, no, people said he was decent, whatever, until it was high school and he went off to a camp or some shit in Santa Monica and he came back radicalized and
So it sounds
hating
more
other
like
people around him. And he was around minorities.
He probably had some issues subliminally anywhere, and the camp was just like, "No, you're fine." And send him back.
Oh, okay. I see what happened. See, when he went to that summer camp, it was the camp by the lake, and then Jason Voorhees showed up and killed everybody.
No,
Then why
what happened was
him?
JC
I
Voorhees.
need him gone.
What happened was JC Voorhees started killing the black campers first, and he got jealous.
He got jealous. Okay, that's a more plausible theory.
And he's like, "What? Am I not good enough?" It's like, no, I'm not gonna let this stand. Women rejected me. All these other colleges and schools rejected me. I'm not getting rejected by a serial killer too. It's on. It's ice, baby. Dun, 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 dun.
How can you be a Nazi and still be Jewish? That doesn't.
He would have turned over Aaron Frank in a second. That movie documentary would have been 1 minute long.
That's how some people work. I don't get it.
Because I heard I read a news story. I want to say last year or something like that when neo-Nazis started popping up all over Russia, and I'm like, Russia? Really? Russia? Nazis actively killed Russians. You're gonna tell me that they're Russian neo-Nazis? This is the type of thing Stalin fucking hated. What? I mean,
but hey, the socialism fascism is stuff that Cubans hated, but they're out here. I will vote for Donald Trump.
I guess progress doesn't.
I described to my mom that same situation when I was talking to the other day and bringing up the more related Hispanic community than that. And I did the song in front of her and I was like, yeah, them. Where are they at now?
We saw where they're at. Their husbands being detained and sitting out somewhere. And they're crying I didn't vote for these. Yeah, you did.
You did.
For Trump.
You already told you. Hips don't lie. You were out there promoting all this shit.
Yeah, I mean, that people have been like that for a long time, though. We've got Nick Fuentes, who's the biggest young Nazi ever, and he's what, like Italian Mexican?
Yeah.
Like, I don't
And
know.
trying so hard to still stay in that closet.
Yeah, like people just always
So-
think that like if they support Nazism, they'll be the cool one that like the Nazis want to keep around. But it's like, nah, man, they're coming for you too. Like you're
Yeah.
directly fighting against your own best interests.
Like, unless you somehow turn out to be more ruthless than them, then at that point, then yeah, they might be like, okay, maybe we need to recruit. But keep them
Don't you have
happy.
Enrico Tarek or whatever, who's head of the Proud Boys? Like, bro, you're still brown.
Oh yeah,
If you
yeah,
drop
yeah.
all this shit, you still be brown. You're not going to turn white. This is not a Pinocchio situation.
Yeah, that's,
Didn't they like oust him out of that though?
I thought he was still. I thought he was still like the leader or whatever.
Well, there's rumors that he's actually part of ICE now.
oh, that would just be dumb.
Uh,
But granted that ICE can wear masks and stuff, we won't know for a while anyway.
Well,
Yeah,
good
that's what I said. A
segue
lot of the
into
Proud
no
Boys are actually
vigilantes.
ICE agents.
Yeah,
That's
no.
why they don't want to be masked.
Cali passed like the No Vigilantes Act because it was like a lot of people are pissed that law enforcement's wearing masks, and they want to crack down on that hard.
Because you can't justify your police authority if you don't want to acknowledge that you have some type of authority. You have to be like, I am an officer. I am this.
Yeah, it's
show
not just that. Law
show your
enforcement-
badge.
It's not just that. Law enforcement needs to show their face.
Yeah. Because even
Yeah.
local law
Literally,
enforcement
like-
get bad about that they could just get away with covering their face and doing stuff.
Yeah.
Well, because you don't know if they're a cartel that's kidnapping you for human trafficking.
Well, and they recently already got people that were just pretending to be ICE officers. I think there was one guy who literally was arresting an immigrant, but he can't arrest her because he's not that, but was basically using that as the excuse to rape her.
yeah.
Yeah.
So we've never been at the point where it's like, oh yeah, it's okay for law enforcement to be fully clothed over and you can't see who it is. We have never been okay with that. Why are we supposed to be okay with it now?
It's crazy to me that I think part of the No Vigilantes Act is requiring mandatory visible ID for officers, and like it's insane that that's not already a thing everywhere in the U.S.
I would think that would be the first actions an officer would do when you're walking up to somebody is being like, look, I am so-and-so. Here's my badge. I work in this department. What's going on? And now it's just roll up, look at a person and be like, I'm going to arrest you. And you're like, are you even an officer? What? Are those your personal cuffs? What's going on?
Why are they fluffy?
Like, yeah.
Right? That's all things where people are saying the cartel should just come and kidnap people to take them to drug mules. If it is wearing masks, let's get a van and let's kidnap people, take them
Why
across
would
the
they
border,
kidnap people
indoctrinate
when
them.
they just go talk to someone and give them incentives to move it across. Because as much as they like to be like, oh, the illegals are bringing it across the country. No, Americans are bringing it across the country because they talk Americans into doing it so that they can get a profit and bring it over the border. That makes more sense to do than to try to sneak over the border when you already know you're not supposed to be here. Also with drugs.
Agreed.
You send the drugs through with someone who can already go by, and then you sneak over later.
Yeah.
That's how it works. Anytime you were looking for drug busts, you should be checking the Americans. They're the ones more likely to be moving things.
Well, didn't they say that a large majority of like the drugs that come into the U.S. through the border is just like facilitated by the border patrol officers?
Well, yeah, that too. They take their cut. But like, here's the biggest misconception is the drugs. Most drug-related crime is because they come from outside of no. Most of the drugs are made here in the U.S. So, yes, there are those that smuggle drugs across the border, but like there are channels to do that. Like border patrol agents are given a cut. Sometimes it's not even that. They'll just dig their actual underground tunnels under the border from one end to the other, where they can just go. And so it's just. This is like a product of the fear-mongering thing. It's like they say, oh, if we do something about the illegals, then all drugs will stop. No, because most drugs are made here in our country.
I mean, why would they be gone unless someone took all the actual ingredients.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
So my thing is that because it's so profitable to get drugs over, like they're always gonna be the cartels are always gonna be advancing ways to do it. So wouldn't it be better instead of wasting his money on trying to stop it in there, invest it into our medical research to revive people who overdose and everything from it?
Yeah,
Like,
because then you're
Because that's still
promoting their
RFK Jr.'s
unhealthy habits.
Yeah, and on top of that, that means that the government cares about people. You know they don't.
Yeah.
Come on now, what's wrong with you? That being said, we are coming close to time, and I would like to end on a positive note. You see, here's the thing. I created a character named Will Blimpton, who is Bill Clinton's completely unrelated body double and marijuana advocate. Why does this matter? Well, I think Robert said hips don't lie. And I had Will Blimpton actually sing Shakira's "Hips Don't Lie." I'll just skip to the funny part. It's just all oh baby, when you talk like that, you make a woman go.
Oh no.
I hope that brightened up everybody's day. I know, because, like, Lord knows. Anyway. Thanks for tuning in to Demo Crazy, everybody. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And if you're one of those haters, keep commenting, because Lord knows I'm gonna, like, I might just reply with presidential experience. And don't forget, you can listen to us on the YouTubes, on Spotify, and on Amazon Music. We might, because Robert was trying to, like, say, hey, do Apple Music, and I might do that. I have to look into that further. But either way, you take care, everybody, and just don't go to one-sided news stories, please, for the love of God. Boop.